or maybe get Tramper 6.5s. I'm not even trying to wind anybody up.
I've got a set of Tramper 6.5s.
Pull up. Right.
Oh, you're right. So we kick it off?
Yeah, let's kick it off. I'm not even going to pretend to know what podcast episode this is.
No. We've not been about for a bit, have we?
Yeah, just welcome back, guys. The podcast is back. It's good to see all of your nice smiling faces.
Peter McKinnon.
Is that what he says?
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what he says.
Yeah, you do, man.
I don't know that's what he says. Oh my God. and so it begins. Anyways, let's stay on topic. So, why have we been quiet for? When was the last time we posted a video on the channel? What's been going on, man?
Well, we've been quiet because I mean, look at me. I'm like a walking zombie at the moment.
Yeah,
I've just been flat out non-stop. Both of us have. So we've just been trying to get all of these orders out that we've had come in, and there's been a lot going on. We've had a lot to do, a lot of boards to get built, a lot of boards that we need to get shipped out. And there's just the whole process of it. It's been way more complicated and stressful than we even thought it was going to be, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so, because it's just things that you like. I've done stuff like this before, but when you're like relying on other people to make sure that stuff is made and then shipped out in time for you to then be able to continue the process of building a board, it's when it gets tricky. Because before, when I've done things like this with like the hockey world, it's been stuff that we had full control over making.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, but when you get delays because of COVID, and then like minimum order quantities of like 3,000-4,000 units for boxes, you're
just for boxes.
A cardboard box, guys. Like to get a skateboard cardboard box, minimum order quantities between 2,000 to 4,000 units, depending on where you're looking at, and the lead time can be anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And that's the quick ones. Those are the manufacturers in the UK.
Yeah.
And the ones outside the UK is like 4 to 6 months. So you're like, what?
Yeah, because originally I just thought, it's a box at the end of the day. We'll be able to get boxes, just order them from somewhere.
Go to B&Q.
I didn't think it was going to be an issue, like boxes. You think it's a cardboard box, do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they're a different size. They're not like your standard size that you'd use for move-in house or anything like that. They're
it's a bespoke dimension.
It is. Just a bespoke dimension that, just didn't even think about it. And then obviously we still was like, right, we need to get a load of boxes in. And and then we was just like, oh shit.
This is going to take a while.
Yeah, didn't even realise it was going to be like that.
But what else has been kind of like the biggest surprises of the manufacturing process that you've had to like just tolerate crazy delays?
Well, I mean, what else have we had? We've had quite a few things.
There was the massive issue with the batteries.
Oh, massive issue with the batteries. But
that's everyone though. I mean, we obviously know like people like Xway are dealing with the exact same crisis as well. I don't even know. Let us know in the comments if you're watching this video and you've ordered an Atlas. Let us know if you've received it, because we've been speaking to a lot of people, and but I'm not trying to dump on Xway. You guys know that we like Xway, but we're just curious to see, because obviously we know this battery shortage thing or crisis or whatever is going on with it is affecting a lot of manufacturers, not just like ourselves with the M5. So. Let us know in the comments. Yeah,
but also, it's our first generation board, isn't it? We're new to this whole thing. It's a different type of business than what both of us are used to dealing with normally.
Yeah, for sure.
So, there's been bits and pieces and hiccups that we've had to get over and find solutions for. But we're pretty good to go now. So, and I mean, the grip tape as well. Who would have thought grip tape would have just been such a ball ache? Like,
trying to find good quality grip tape. It got to a stage where we couldn't find any, so we had to make our own.
Exactly. So in the store, there's going to be Hexagon grip tape for sale. So you can go check that out. We're going to be selling it in like 1.2 meter long by about 300 mil wide. Hexagons, it's all Hexagon, so you can cut it up to whatever design you want to do, or we'll be selling individual smaller segments. So if you wanted to do like the grip tape design like we've got on our boards, one at the front, one at the back, that's available as well. That'll be going on the store soon, so if you want to pick some of that up, head over there and check it out.
And also, as a side note, I'm just going to mention this out of the blue. The grip tape is manufactured in the UK. Manufactured
in the UK, and it's custom designed and made personally just for us ourselves. So it's not like we've just gone and brought some grip tape from a company in China or something like that.
Yeah.
It's an actual UK company, and the grip tape was custom designed, like the hexagons were the size that we want them to be, and it's all laser cut and it's not like a traditional grip tape as well. It's a completely different combination of materials that are put together to make up this like grip tape, shall we say. But yeah, it's really cool stuff. Really nice, looks really good, and so we're going to be selling that as well if you want to pick some of that up. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug, but it's fine. I've been running around on it for I don't know, maybe like a couple of weeks now, and aside from it looking really, really good, it feels really nice.
Yeah. It's not. I wouldn't say it's like so like I'm not really a big fan of dope grip. I'm just going to put it out there because number one, I don't like the way that the adhesive on it absolutely wrecks the deck. If you take that off, you've got to sand your deck down. It completely does it in, and also it's just too grippy. You're just too locked in. When you're riding, you need to be able to sort of move and adjust your feet. You'll pivot your feet every now and then, but if you're kind of like sinking into the grip tape, if you're stuck, you can't move. And I don't really like that. That's obviously a very
personal preference.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
For me, so this is not like that locked in type of grip tape. You can still move your feet about if you need to adjust position, but at the same time, you've got plenty of grip that you'd need for riding an electric skateboard, should we say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, it's good stuff, basically. Go check it out.
And right off the back of that, it reminds me of something that needed to happen. So another reason that we've not posted a podcast in a while is because I actually accidentally deleted the video.
Yes, you did. Yeah. So we done a podcast episode, didn't we, a few weeks back, just like basically updating everybody on what was going on, what we've been up to, how we're coming along with the boards, when they're going to start being shipped out to the rest of the customers that we've got, because we've already sent a few out to a few different people now. But we are getting there, so please, be patient, bear with us. We are doing our very best.
Yeah, it's been a process, but in that original episode that was unfortunately never published because I stupidly deleted the video footage for it. I thought it was backed up, it wasn't, but that's my fault. So I put my hands up for that one. Sorry that these have not been content because that's kind of on me. But what we also mentioned in that podcast episode is, so one of the reasons that we delayed shipping the boards the first time was that but it was you essentially decided last minute you're gonna scrap the batteries that were featured in the boards, and you were gonna upgrade them. And we essentially we emailed all of the customers. There were a couple of customers that didn't, for whatever reason, enter their email address when they ordered a board, so they didn't receive an email. But we emailed everyone on the store that purchased from us to let them know that there'd be a delay with shipping if they wanted to, because what we were offering them is a free upgrade to the much more powerful battery. Yeah. So, more range, more general power. Essentially, of course, as you can imagine, everyone that replied to the email agreed.
Yeah.
And if we didn't hear from anyone, instead of sending them out an inferior battery from what we'd be selling moving forward, we upgraded their batteries as well. So that was one of the reasons that we had delays, in addition to what we've just been chatting about.
That was down to me because that was the battery that originally that I wanted to put in the boards, and I just couldn't find a way to make it a viable thing to get in there. And then eventually I did find someone and found a way to be able to put that battery size in the board, and so then I just wanted to roll with that because I wanted, if I was going to put something out, I wanted to put it out and make sure that it was right. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, for sure. So that's kind of it. Yeah, we've
and then motor controllers as well. We was going to originally probably would have saw if you'd been onto the store when we first sort of announced the board, that we was going to be doing with the Spin 10 controller, but then they had an issue with it where there was something to do with the circuitry on the board or something like that, and they were sending out these kits to everybody, and so we decided to move away from that just because we didn't want to have any issues sending boards out, and then they started messing up on us, and that would have just been an absolute disaster. So I moved away, and we've gone over to the Fogbox now because I know that's a true and tried tested unit. It's been about for years now, and it works flawlessly. So we decided to go with that, so that held us back as well. But yeah, we've had a lot of delays, people. We've had a lot of delays. There's been a lot of things that we've had to work through to get where we are, and we're right on that last bit now where we're just on the home run, basically, aren't we?
It's essentially like I think by the end of this week, everything that we are trying to iron out will be done, and then from next week, everything will be running smoothly, because we've also seen messages from some of you guys that I'm sure have emailed us or are watching this podcast right now, where you've been asking about if the board is going to be shipped from China and how long that's going to take. Nothing is being shipped from China.
Yeah.
The boards are made next door. So if you get a board from us, it's made, assembled by this guy next door.
Yeah, next door, yeah.
And it's coming from the United Kingdom. So it's important for us to mention that. And also, in terms of, from the end of this week moving forward, if you're to purchase a board from us, what would you say would be like the lead time?
I would say 2 to 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect.
If somebody was to purchase a board now, you're looking at 2 to 3 weeks rather than, a month or so beforehand, because it was because we're new starting. It was our first generation. We got a load of orders come in.
Yeah, I'm so glad that, if you guys have looked on our YouTube channel, we did one video talking about the prototype.
Yeah.
And then we did one podcast episode, and all of the sales that we've had have come in from that.
Yeah, and that was the pre-production as well. The final version is way more cleaner, way nicer looking. Way more powerful, bigger battery, more range. It's just an overall completely better board, but that was just a pre-production that we put together just for to try it out to see if it was going to be a viable, business thing that we could do.
Yeah, it was just seeing if people would be interested in it. And we've said this in many other videos, like, we are so appreciative of everyone that pulled the trigger and did buy one. And if you're one of the lucky ones that has already received their board, and you've been tagging us in Instagram videos and stuff, we have been seeing them. We've been trying to repost as many of them as we can. And those of you that may still be waiting, like, they are coming. It's like they like, legit, I promise you guys.
Honestly, we're not mugging you off.
Yeah,
they are coming, I promise.
Ricky's been hard at work, sweating like a little pig. You left the office at what time last night? Like, the other night?
2:00 in the morning, weren't it?
Yeah, like, there's a lot going on, and these two of us
started at 7:00 in the morning and went home at 9:00. So
that's not ideal.
Yeah, and I've done that for about 3 days in a row. So I'm pretty cream crackered.
Yeah, but
that means tired if you're not from the UK.
I didn't even know what that meant until you told me, because I'm not Cockney. But anyways, but I just wanted to update you about that and let you know what's going on. But in addition to that, guys, we also do have a video coming out where I'm going to be comparing the pre-production M5 to the production, because as you guys know, I've been riding the pre-production one for quite a while now. And finally, I've managed to get onto a production board. So I thought it'd be great to kind of like show you what's changed. I think in terms of the actual tech talk, I'm going to call it, I want you to kind of do that.
Yeah, I can go roll through and explain everything in terms of like the tech, the battery specs, motor controller, and all
of the different elements that have changed. And then I'm going to be more discussing what kind of range I was getting, what's the performance like, and just a little bit of information about that. But that was the most important thing I wanted to do in this podcast, was just let you know what's going on with it. And also, as a fun fact, literally this morning, we decided the Ride Unknownboards Instagram account is going to be deleted. We're just going to change the name of the Average Eskate Reviews Instagram to Unknownboards UK, because it makes more sense. You guys are already all on that page.
Yeah.
So it makes more sense. Of course, we're still going to be featuring other boards that we get sent. It's not going to be like, you see a lot of manufacturers out there that only focus on their own boards. We're not going to do that. It's going to be the same stuff.
If we were out at like a ride with a load of group of people and there's some cool boards there, we'll take photographs, we'll post pictures of them.
Yeah, also the boards that we get sent, because
boards we get sent.
There's that one that's got like it's like a scooter board, but the handlebars come off.
The YAR board.
No, it's not the YAR board. This isn't like that, but you can remove the handlebar and use it like a normal skateboard.
Yeah,
it sounds, I the minute I saw that, I was like, dead. But then I was like, hold on, like, I've got friends that have never been on a board that want to try electric ones, but they're really unsteady. Yeah. So from a beginner perspective, I was like, that could be a good entry board to get you.
Could be.
Video coming soon. I don't want to get too much into that. But the other thing I wanted to talk about. Now moving away from. Have you said everything you want to say about M5 before I just like?
Hang on, hold tight.
Hold tight.
Fast ride. Here we go. Scream if you want to go faster.
If you've ever been to a UK fun fair, you know what we mean.
I think all I want to just say is thank you everybody for that has purchased one. Thanks for being so patient. Thanks for believing in us. And anybody that hasn't received their board yet will be receiving them very, very soon. So thank you so much.
If you knew what this guy was, hearing those words come out of his mouth is like, that's a rarity.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm pretty cold and heartless.
He is.
I don't really have that love inside in me, or whatever.
No, he doesn't. Not even to me. We've been working together for I don't know how many years, and he's made me one cup of coffee. I make him a cup of coffee every single day. I'm just saying. Not trying to. Anyways, sore subject.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm on like a. I felt like I was on like Coronation Street or EastEnders then.
I'm just gonna move on before I get upset.
Let's just move on. Right,
On.
what did you want to say anyway?
Double Kingpin trucks. Can we talk about
it? Oh god. Here we go.
Okay, first of all, explain your situation.
Right. So basically, what it was is I'm working on another project, like a custom built board for myself, and I want to. I'm going to be doing you one as well, but I have to test things out anyway to see if how it's all going to work and is it going to be a good board or not. But basically, anyway, I wanted to up the power. I wanted bigger motors on there, and I've had 6374 motors on my board before, but with Double Kingpin trucks, 6374 motors is way too powerful. It's just ridiculous. You don't need that sort of power on Double Kingpin trucks. I've actually sheared and snapped 3 sets of trucks from having those motors on there because it was just too powerful. Not to mention come off 3 times doing like over 30 miles an hour because
some of which I filmed.
Yeah, you did. Because there's like with their motors, when you put so much power through them, you get that initial torque off the line, and then there's sort of like a second power band, and that second power band, when all that power rolls through the motors there, it just went poof and just snapped the trucks completely. So that was when that was on my first custom DIY board that I built, and I was using Evolve trucks on that board. And yeah, I snapped 3 sets of those trucks. So that's the reason why when I was like, right, I'm going to build a board for us to sell, I was like, it doesn't need to have 6374s on because people will kill themselves. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, like I don't ever see you come off a board, but with those motors and on Double Kingpin trucks, it was.
Oh mate, yeah, it was just savage, wasn't it?
It was too much power. I mean, I had a little go. I remember when you first assembled that board of the Evo deck. I had I had to go down the spot that we always film videos where you've got a nice long straight.
That's it.
The board wanted more. I hit 37 miles an hour, and I was just like, I can't go any faster than that. This is terrifying. That was just in a straight line
on smooth tarmac.
Like so perfect road.
And it's not all about the top speed as well. It's the acceleration. Do you know what I mean? How it gets you from that standstill up to that 37 miles an hour. It is so quick. It's just too dangerous for Double Kingpin trucks. But anyway, I've rambled on way too much about that. So all we wanted to talk about was Double Kingpin trucks, and single kingpins, weren't it? So basically, what happened is I'm building another board, and so I know I want to put bigger motors on it. Double Kingpin trucks are not going to be sufficient for that build, so I've gone to single Kingpin trucks, and so everybody's probably like, "What? You lot love Double Kingpin trucks."
I said I'd never go back, but there's a reason, because and I found this out. I was riding my board on the way in now, like the M5.
Yeah.
As I was cruising into work, I probably did, I don't know, like a 6-mile ride.
Yeah.
Because I was at the girls, so I had to come like round a long way past Cambridge North Station because it's smoother roads rather than going through town.
Yeah.
And when I'm going down this like cycle track, guided bus route on one side, cycle track on the other, so it's like perfectly smooth. And I'm cruising at sort of like 18 to say 23 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It feels completely fine, completely safe. It's quite windy.
Yeah.
And I had a heavy effing back on my bag on my back. So that was kind of like throwing me off balance a bit. But then when you go to 28, 30, like Double Kingpins are really, really good for carving. And like, for example, like an Evolve board or like an own board.
Yeah.
When people say like those boards shouldn't be on Double Kingpins because if you're going at their top speed, like me personally, I think BS to that.
Yeah.
It's fine. 22 miles an hour to 24 miles an hour with Double Kingpins is completely fine.
Yeah, that's not an issue, is it?
Like when you go to 28 to 30, 32, 33, that's when it's just like, nah.
Yeah.
Like it's too much.
It is too much. And
one bump, like a fly hit me in the... I was doing like close to 30 miles an hour and a fly hit me in the face.
Yeah.
It was so painful. But then like I wobbled a bit and the deck was like boom, boom. And I was just like, whoa.
Yeah. Or if you get a fly in your eye.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I was just like, do you know what? Like I think I'm done now because, and let me explain before you take the piss and before you guys hammer me in the comments. When we were riding before, because like, remember guys, like our skill and our kind of like riding ability and style is changing. It's constantly evolving. I was, no pun intended, I was really comfortable cruising and carving sort of like 18 to 22.
Yeah.
And then when I'm going down a street, just like relaxing, listening to a tune, kind of like doing nice gradual carves, I moved that up to like 24, 25, maybe 26.
Yeah.
But now I want to be doing that at 30 to 35.
Yeah, if you've got the power there, you want to be using it, don't you?
So all of a sudden now it's like double kingpins. You can't carve at 35 miles an hour with double kingpins.
No,
like
it's not good, is
it's
it?
psychotic. Like you need wide trucks,
you do.
stable trucks.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, all of these other trucks and boards that we see that have that, you're like, oh, I get it now.
But so basically I've used double kingpin trucks now. I've been using double kingpin trucks for a little bit, just doing some testing and stuff like that. And I was like, oh mate, I was saying to you, weren't I? You need to get on some double kingpins, man, if you want to go quicker in that.
Single kingpins, you mean?
Yeah, single kingpin, sorry.
Yeah.
You can still carve of them and stuff like that.
It's just like the twitchy motions that you can make with double kingpins. Like let's say you're riding through traffic, you're behind a bus, the bus stops suddenly.
Yeah.
You can just go whoop straight around it and over it.
I can on mine though.
What are your bushings made out of? Marshmallows, mate?
No. No, it's because what I've done was actually when I've been testing is in where you've got a double kingpin truck, I've took the center kingpin out and just made it into a single kingpin. So because of the base plate, the angle of the base plate,
you still got more like good movement.
A normal single kingpin or kingpin truck, the angle's really shallow and it goes actually through the truck and comes out the other side, the bolt does, and then that limits the amount of turnability that you have. Is that a word?
Pivoting, movement,
is that a word?
Angles.
It limits the amount of maneuverability that you have in the truck, side to side, lateral motion.
That's fine. That works.
Anyway, so that movement with that, but with a double kingpin truck, the angle of the kingpin is a lot steeper. So when you convert that into a single kingpin, you've still got a lot of pivot points there, still a lot of motion in the truck. So I can make really sharp turns, but I still have like way more stability than I do on a double kingpin. Sorry.
So that's
so many kingpins and doubles and singles and trebles going on. This.
So you've still got a good amount of movement and
so I can still turn, I can still carve, I can do quite tight turns. Not as tight as you can on double kingpins. Don't get me wrong,
but it's better than a traditional.
It's way better than any of the kingpin trucks that I've tried on any of the other boards.
Fair. Okay. Well, that's worth knowing, but I think effectively what I'm saying is I'm going to do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop down to singles and, even maybe potentially look at switching up my gear so I can go even faster.
Yeah.
Because I'm enjoying it. So
yeah.
I mean, what's I don't even know what the gear is that's set up on that board.
It's just a standard 66T gear with 15 tooth.
So if I went to like a 47, it'd be savage.
Yeah, I had 47 on mine the other day, didn't I?
Yeah. I might do 47 and then drop down to 6-inch wheels.
Yeah, and I was hitting about 37, 38 miles an hour then, weren't I? On that. And that was on, 47 tooth gear. I had the 15 tooth motor pulley on there. And I was hitting like 37, 38-ish. Yeah. About that.
I want like a nice calm 35.
Yeah, you'd probably want to go, maybe use like the 58 tooth.
Yeah.
From board bumpers.
I don't even know if they still have any. We have some around here, don't we? I'll see if I can find some. I think that'll be the move for me.
Yeah, if you was on 7-inch with the 58 tooth, you'd probably get around 35 plus miles an hour, I think.
I'd go down to the 6-inch probably.
Yeah?
Yeah. Or maybe get Tramper 6.5s. I'm not even trying to wind anybody up.
I've got a set of Tramper 6.5s.
Or am I trying to wind people up? I don't know anymore.
No, you will, man.
I will. I probably will. But no, that's the story with the double kingpins versus singles. Like I think I sound like such a hypocrite.
Yeah,
like, double kingpins. I'm never switching back. But then like your top end increases, speed increases because you get a more powerful board with bigger beastie motors, a better battery.
Yeah, if it gets to a certain point with a board that when you have too much power, you have to be on sync. You can't ride a board with that much power on double kingpin trucks. You're just gonna kill yourself.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if you have the bigger motors on there, but you have to dull the motor, you have to tone the motors down that much that they're controllable, then they're not any more powerful than the motors that they're already on the board anyway. So what's the point in having extra weight, bigger motors?
Yeah.
Is it just so it looks good or looks cool with the bigger motors? I don't know. But these are things that people don't think about, you see. And like, obviously, when you first watch videos of people building DIY boards and stuff like that, you're like, oh, the 6374s, I've got to have those on my board. They're the beastie ones. You get them on your board, and then I was just like, yeah, they are ridiculously powerful. But on a double kingpin board, it's too much. You don't need 6374s. Yeah. So I tried slightly smaller motors, and they work absolutely perfect.
Yeah,
that's just the right amount of power you want for that type of board.
It comes back to that thing where we always talk about where it's like building a board is like a recipe.
Yeah. So it is.
You can't go out and get all of the parts that are the best, because they're the most powerful, and expect that to come together and be good.
It doesn't. It doesn't work, and that's the reason why the motors we went for.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
sure.
It's just one of those things. But yeah, I just would not put 6.374s on that board. It's just too dangerous.
Yeah, I've seen.
And
hopefully some of the guys have seen online when I shared that Instagram. You coming off Supermaning, and all I saw was just feathers explode as your coat just like got shredded on the ground.
Yeah,
that was a fun moment. That was a good. It's normally me Supermaning off of a board, so for once it's nice. Do you know what's been really good about this board?
What's that?
I've not had my motors lock up. I'm not.
To be fair, I've not had the board back to me with any issues whatsoever.
I mean, I've treated that board like a.
You have. I mean, even
it's good you cut me off. I was going to say something probably like.
Yeah. Even sometimes I've seen him just like bash it down the stairs, and I'm just like, it's painful inside to see like something that you built for someone that I love. Just treat it the way that they're treating it, and it's like,
oh, maybe I will when I get.
And I keep telling myself, he's got to test it, but it's just.
She's been a good girl. Like she's taken one hell of a beating, but it's still going. It's been surprising. Like I am really surprised. I've put that board through its paces. Like I've ridden and ragged the life out of it.
Yeah.
And it's still going strong, which is really, really nice.
And that's what we want. Do you know what I mean? We want a reliable board that's gonna last people.
Yeah, and then I guess the only thing I've got to do now is just take off those doubles and put singles in.
Yeah.
Like just take out the middle bit.
Yeah, just take the middle bit out to make it a single kingpin, and then you can chuck some bigger motors on there, and you can go, or you can change, like you said, you can change your gearing up, can't you?
I'll change the gearing up and ride that way for a little bit. I think that'll probably be sufficient for now until, I don't know, I get like another itch and want to try something different. Yeah. But for now, it's been a solid board, and it's just nice to have something reliable. And also switching from the fast charger to the normal charger was mental.
Yeah, because you haven't had a fast charger, have you? Oh, see, look,
I was on pre-production.
It's not just you guys that we've been delayed getting boards out to. He's part of it, and he's not even had a fast charger.
I've been there waiting for my board to charge for 4 hours, and now it does it in like 45 minutes.
No, yeah, because you had the even slower charger.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's two charging options that we do at the moment. But the charger that he's normally been using is like what most people ship their boards with, which is like a 2.5 amp charger. It takes like 3 to 4 hours.
But now I'm using a 7 amp, right?
Yeah, our standard charger that we ship the boards out, regardless to anybody, it comes with a 4 amp charger, so it already is faster than what's already currently out there on the market. But then you can obviously opt for the fast charging option, which will just charge your board like twice as fast as what it would normally, and it's safe for the batteries as well. The batteries can handle that type of amperage going into them. Not a problem at all. It's not gonna, if people have got concerns as well, because I've had a few people ask to me actually, oh, doesn't that affect the battery health? Well, no, because each one of the cells that we have in our board, just one cell can charge up to 12 amps on the, if you look at the Molicel P42A specifications, can charge up to 12 amps. That's one cell. So we're putting 7 amps into the board, but that's getting split between 4 cells because we've got the 4P. So, effectively each one of those cells is getting like 2.5 amps or something like that charge.
Yeah. It makes a hell of a difference. I mean, like the thing I will mention that was different for me is obviously the normal chargers that look like your old like Dell laptop chargers.
Yeah.
Like they get super, super hot.
Yeah.
When you're charging a board up. But then these ones have a fan.
Yeah, it's so keeping cool.
It's an adjustment period, like plugging your board in and then hearing the fan turn on.
Right.
But then the bonus is that the fan stops spinning when the charging's done.
Yeah, it does.
So like if it's next to you, you actually can hear when your board's done because that it's not like a loud fan, but like obviously I can't imagine how it's probably like the size of a coin.
It's like 2.5 inches, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
but 2-inch fan.
You hear it like turn off when the board finishes charging, so it's quite nice. You don't have to like look for that little green indication light.
Yeah.
But it's just the time, man. Like yesterday, my board was on, I'm gonna guess somewhere around, I don't know, between 5 and 10% left in the tank.
Yeah.
And it took about 45 minutes for it to charge, which I was just like, what the hell? Like, what have I been doing? Because even now,
it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, because even now, like the notion of upgrading to a bigger battery, which is going to add a hell of a lot more weight to the board.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't really need to do that because if it takes 45 minutes for me to charge it, you go to like a bar, you order a drink, you sit down and chat for a minute, that's 45 minutes done. The board's ready to go again.
That's another thing that obviously just reminded me, you just talking about that then as well, is, you know, getting a board with a massive battery in it doesn't mean it's a better board, because all you're doing is adding weight to that board, and the more weight you add to it, the more of a tank it becomes. That not just in physically picking the board up itself, but in the way it maneuvers, the way that you can slide it, the way that it handles. It changes the whole dynamics of the board. It's like adding 2 more tons of weight to a bloody Lamborghini. It's not going to be as good as what it, you know, it's not going to be a Lamborghini anymore, is it?
Yeah, it's
you know, it's not going to handle
thing.
the same way. It's not going to be as quick as what it was. You know, there's loads of different factors into it. So when you do see these boards out there and you're like, oh, it's got this massive battery in it. Yeah, it's got a big battery in it. You'll get a lot of range out of it, but how does it perform? Because it's an absolute tank. And the boards that do tend to have the bigger batteries in it, you'll see are like the Lacroix, the bio boards. They're bigger boards. They've got the massive like trucks on them and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? They're geared up for what they're using. But when you come down into the lower tier boards, shall we say, like all the mid-range boards, they're more skateboards than machines, if you know what I mean. So,
but it's a fine line though, because you know, at this minute in time, like at this moment in time, I like the idea of being able to pick up my board with one hand, run up a flight of stairs, or run up multiple flights of stairs, or walk around with it in my hands while I'm in a store browsing. And if you've got one of those boards with those monster batteries, you can't do that.
No, you can't. Exactly, and that's what I mean. That's that, like you said there, it is a fine line, like between weight and, you know, portability and being able to maneuver the board and carry it about and stuff. And so obviously the good thing is obviously we've got like a 17 amp hour battery in there, so that's going to give you, you know, anywhere between 20-25 miles on AT setup. So
7-inch,
yeah. So that's like, I think, perfectly adequate range. And with the fast charger, you back up again. So like you said, if you're a ride, so effectively, you know, you ain't got to wait long for it to be charged again, and you can do another 20 miles. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the compromise of a very fast charger versus
the weight of a
massive
board
battery, it's the one for me, because I don't want a tank.
No, I don't want a board that, you know, I need 2 hands to carry around everywhere, and that, or it's just not maneuverable and stuff. I still want it to be maneuverable enough that I can carry it about, you know, take it in a restaurant, you know, do whatever I need to do on it, or pop into the shops or something like that to get
being too intrusive.
Exactly, yeah. And the fact that I can charge it up like, you know, an hour or so, you know, like hour and 20 minutes to full from zero, just means I can charge it. Like most of the times, I'm not going to do 25 miles in one hit. Yeah, you know,
it's a lot. I mean, I do 7-8 miles. Realistically, now, like I'll do 7-8 miles, and I'll want a break, especially like.
It depends on what you're doing and where you're going, doesn't it?
No, just now, mate. With 28.5 degrees, dude. I don't need that on me for any more than that time.
Yeah,
I need to chill.
Yeah, there is different types of riders though. Like I could jump on a board and probably ride for, I don't know, non-stop for a good 20-25 miles.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah,
I'm not there yet.
I mean, obviously people probably do way more than that in a single ride, but I could quite easily just do that just to have fun. If there was somewhere for me good to go that's 25 miles long trip, then yeah. But I haven't really got anywhere like that around here to ride 25 miles without getting bored.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, for what I do, and I think what majority of people will do out there, I think just being able to charge the board up quick is amazing. I can't remember who it was now, actually. Someone that brought a board out there, and he was just like, he couldn't believe how quick the board charged up, and one of his mates was waiting like hours, and he was just back ready to roll again. Yeah.
That's what you want. The fast charger, man.
Yeah, it's good.
What you want.
Yeah, I think that is actually. No, I think that's all. Really, we just wanted to update people on what was going on.
Yeah, we're here. We're still going to be making videos.
We're still going to be making videos on anything that comes in. Should we talk? We've got a couple of projects that we're going to be working on. Do we talk about them?
The problem is we've got a lot of projects working on, and some you literally said shush, and now I don't know which ones.
Oh, okay.
You go, then I'm not going to mess up. You go.
Not the Darkwood one.
Oh, okay. That Darkwood. Sorry. Go on.
No, we're going to be doing like a few custom builds here, just something a little bit different on boards.
Well, the two boards that are in there.
Yeah.
So should we talk about it?
Well, that's what I'm saying to you.
I don't want to get shit, man. Like, fuck it. Like, so essentially, guys. essentially what's happened is my GTR
DJ
bamboo,
John, drop that John.
drop the beat. In other words, my GTR bamboo is broken again. I don't know what's wrong with it. We've spoke to Evolve, like we've looked online, we've looked at the board ourselves. When you accelerate with the board up in the air, the wheels off the ground, it hits the right speed that it should.
Yeah.
The second you put any weight on it, it's doing like at the minute 6 to 7 miles, even though it's fully charged. Like that is 6 to 7 miles an hour. Like, I don't know what's going on with it. There's nothing obstructing the motors, the batteries, the belt pulleys. Like, we don't know what the hell's going on with it. And we've basically, I've basically decided that I'm not going to have it repaired because this is the second bamboo GTR that I've had.
Yeah.
This particular GTR broke the same day that I rode it. And this isn't me trashing Evolve. I'm just telling you what's happened because you guys know that I do love them. I still do love them now. And obviously my previous board, like that broke multiple times.
Yeah.
Like I did mention that I do treat it like shit. I don't service it. I don't look at it after I've ridden to make sure all the components are fine. But the way I treated that board is exactly the same way I'm treating the M5, and I've not had any issues with that one. I know that they were made in different times with different parts. So again, bear with me. But instead of having the board sent back, because I don't know what Evolve's time frame for repairs is going to be, and I can't imagine they're going to give me priority repairs. So instead of doing that, I want to strip the board down and then essentially rebuild the board. And I say me, I mean Ricky.
Yeah.
And then Ricky's going to rebuild the GTR, essentially how we feel.
The GTR should have been made in the first place.
Yeah, that's the idea. Like again,
how the GTR should have been.
So this isn't us. This isn't us slaying Evolve. It's just I know that. I don't even know if that board will be covered under warranty. So I could send it off and then get a repair bill back,
exactly.
Which I'm not doing that. So in other words, we've got a ton of parts here that we could use that we know that are going to be ideal for how we visualized the performance of that board to be.
Yeah.
So that's project number one. I think that's going to be pretty sick. And again, guys, not trashing Evolve. I've never said anything negative about them. I've never said anything that's not true. But I'm really interested in that one because I love the deck. I love the wheels.
Yeah.
I love the trucks.
Yeah.
I love their bushings. So it's just the electronics and the motors that they just aren't up to par.
The main parts of the board.
So we're going to just gut those and then
rebuild it from the ground up, haven't we?
Yeah, give them a bit of an unknown board kiss and see what it turns into.
Yeah. See
if you can turn the frog into a prince. So that's the first one, and then the second one is my boosted stealth.
Yeah, bringing the boosted stealth into 2021.
I think that's going to be a sick video because the boosted stealth is a sick board. I still have the stealth. I've mentioned how many times I've tried to sell that.
Nobody wants it. So we thought we'd do a stealth build, bring the boosted board stealth back into 2021, and give it a new lease of life.
Yeah, so it's going to have upgraded worthwhile motors that don't break every 15 seconds. It's going to have a remote that doesn't bleep at you every 35 seconds.
And it can do more than 4 miles.
I can't believe that was enough.
Mate, that was bad.
What? But then at the same time, it was on 85 street wheels. So we weren't riding anywhere near as fast or anywhere near as aggressively.
Yeah.
Essentially, that is riding from the office to town and then needing a 3 to 4 hour charge. That's mental.
I know.
When we go to town now, I don't even take a charger.
And they pulled your pants down for the pleasure of it.
They did. Oh my goodness.
You can imagine every time they sold a board, it was like that scene from Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio's on the phone and he's like... Oh, mate.
It's so bad. But this is those are the projects that we're going to be doing, just as fun as summertime projects. Breathing a bit of life into boards that really need some help. Not because there's anything originally wrong with them.
No, but it's just fun, isn't it? It's just putting a spin on a board that's already out there and just bringing it up to date with what the current specs are today, really.
Yeah, because my booster board decides when it's going to run okay, then it decides when the remote's going to bleep at you.
Yeah,
so it's and no one can service that. So screw it. Let's gut it and rebuild it.
Rebuild it, yeah.
And then the Evolve, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get a savage repair bill if I send it in.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know how long it's going to take. So we might as well just gut that one and do something fun with it.
And to be fair, even if it was working and you could get it fixed for free, I mean, you're not exactly going to ride it with me anyway because
I can't keep up.
You can't even keep up with me. So
no,
it's like,
I mean, my 8-year-old son owns that board now.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make fun, but I dialed down the speed. I locked the speed down to 15 miles an hour, and then he's just been cruising on that because I'm trying to get him used to riding bigger boards, learning how to like carve and cruise at a bit more speed.
That's it.
But yeah, he's been doing a good job on that. But that's that. Do you know, that's another fun bit, a point to mention as well. So we've got a couple of X-Way X1 boards that are completely dead.
Oh yeah, I'm doing a custom build on that one as well
for your son. So essentially, our sons are our cousins. If you guys keep up with what we say, and they're actually really close, and they both ride electric skateboards, and they both want custom boards. I think they both want Dragon Ball Z boards as well.
Yeah, it just made me laugh. Like my son Tyler, he was riding his a board that I had. That was one that we got sent to us, and he was using that for a bit. And then, I mean, he must have only been out on the board 5 times over, you know, a course of a few weeks or something like that. And then he was like, "Dad, I think I'm ready for a custom board."
You're like, mate,
I was like, "All right,
that's cheeky."
Yeah,
but I think that'll be fun. Like just seeing what because these are the original X-Way X1s. I think do you have the X1 Pro? Or?
Yeah, I think I've got an X1 Pro deck, but it's the same.
An X-Way X1.
Yeah, it's the same as the X-Way. They're both the same decks, aren't they?
Essentially, yeah. So those are going to be gutted, and then they're both done as well. Like they're both seized. Like they don't.
Yeah,
work.
Battery doesn't work on it. I can't get mine to go. Well, I probably could try and fix it or something like that, but it's just not worth it. I mean, I only 6 miles on that as well, and
Yeah. So I think that'll be another cool video to show you guys. And I've got to say it. Like, if you want me to cut this bit, I don't know, but. You've got that. I'm not going to let you smiling. You're like, oh my God, what's he going to say? But no, like that deck that looks like solid mahogany. Yeah. And then you've got the battery enclosure that matches the mahogany deck.
Yeah.
We need to do something with that board because it's sick.
Yeah, I know, and it's just sat there.
Like just collecting dust.
It is, but I can't do anything. I've got other priorities that I need to crack on with first.
I'm not trying to rope you out.
Yeah, no.
Trying to be responsible. I get you.
No. I will crack onto it, and we'll get to it.
Yeah.
But again, you know, I need to get these orders and everything fulfilled for people and stuff like that. I've managed to get a few out to a few different people. But yeah, I'm just working on the last orders now. So once these are out, I can relax a little bit then.
And then we can start maybe looking at some fun time projects.
Yeah, then we'll start doing some fun projects.
Yeah, but all of these are going to be filmed. We do want to show you them. And then are you going to talk about what you've been doing to the old, I don't want to say the name in case you don't want to talk about it, but the board that you just shipped out or that was collected, and then one that's coming in because you're doing stuff to it.
Oh, okay, to the Prototypo, prototype. Yeah, so I just done one Prototypo build, or just completely gutted the internals out of it, put new batteries in there, new motor controller, just brought it back to life really, because it's, you know, it's an old board, 3 or 4 years old, I think it is, something like that. So I've just done that for somebody, and I've got another bloke that's got a Prototypo board as well. He wants me to do something to that, so he's shipping it down to me, but this time I'm actually going to film the process and what I do to it, you know, to bring it back to life, if you know what I mean. Whereas before on the other board I had to get that done quite quick for the customer. So going forwards, we'll get the next one filmed just for some content for you guys to watch that. Yeah,
and it's just something else that is possible for us to do is
100%.
Like breathe life, because there's obviously, you know, there's people out there that've got sick boards, like the original GTs, like other boards where the deck is sick.
Yeah,
like the setup they've got is awesome, but it's just the battery, the motors, and maybe like the motor controllers and the remotes that need some.
And also, if they wanted sort of like some custom work done to the deck or the enclosure,
of course.
We can do various different things. So obviously, if you wanted something completely custom, completely, you know, designed, you wanted to bring a board back to life, so you don't have to go out and fork out on a new board, you know, bring the specs up to current date. That's also something we can do. We'll have a link down where you can head over to Unknownboards. You can ping an email over via the
contact us
page. That's the one. Thank you. And you can hit us up about any queries that you have and any things that you might want to do, you know, upgrading your boards. We can do that for you as well. So, you know, possibilities are endless, really.
Shameless plug.
Yep.
electricskateboardupgrades.com.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we haven't done anything with it yet, but we are going to be starting up a site, I think, which will probably be
like just a landing page for anyone that wants.
Yeah, basically wants a board repaired or board upgrading. We're going to do like start a repair centre for people in the UK that have broken boards. Yeah, because I mean, there's a company out there that I actually have been working and doing repairs for, another brand, Eskate brand. I'm not going to mention no names, but I have been doing repairs for them. So, you know, it's possible if you have got a broken or damaged board, or your board's, you know, out of warranty, and it's having issues, then you can hit us up and we'll be able to fix it for you, basically.
Yeah, so it's a bit of an off-topic one, but I thought it'd be worth mentioning just because of how many people you've had reaching out saying, hey, I've got this board, this doesn't work, or I want this upgraded.
Yeah, it was, yeah. So I've had a lot of people asking me, can I do this, can I do that? And I've done a lot of work for a lot of different people lately. So we just thought it makes sense. You know, there's a lot of people out there with boards, and you know, some of the builds that we're going to be doing can show you exactly what you could do to your boards. Like if you've got to boost yourself and you know you're struggling to get rid of it, or people want to buy it off if you've had next to nothing. Well, hey, hit us up. We can maybe do this to the board, and then
you might not want to get rid of it. Yeah,
and then you might want to get rid of it. Same with the GTR. You might want to bring that back up to date and do a few changes to that, or
just turn it into a monster. Like I just want to turn it into a monster that can hit 30 miles an hour or plus with 80 wheels.
Yeah,
which will be easy.
Oh yeah.
And it'll a sick board to ride. I think the only other adjustment that I'd like to make to that board is just increasing the length of the deck by like an inch, and then I'd be so happy.
Yeah. But again, it comes down to that board there. The length of it as well is that's why a lot of people as well like the carbon deck, because it's slightly longer.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you're going fast, you want a bit of a longer deck.
It feels
more stable.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But again, and then if you don't want that board too powerful because double kingpin trucks.
Yeah, I don't want to go flying off of it. I'd like it to be able to hit 30.
Yeah.
You know, when you need that quick burst to overtake a car or something.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have that.
Yeah, I've got some ideas on what we can do with that.
Say that one more time.
I've got some ideas on what we can do with that.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, no, I'm keen. I'm looking forward to it, dude. I'm looking forward to it. But
yeah, it'll be sick.
Anything else that you feel like we need to mention to everyone?
No, I feel like we've been going on quite a long while now.
Yeah, I didn't think this was going to be a long one, but I guess there was a couple of things we had to cover. But I think the main takeaways from this is like there's been so much stuff that we've been doing, and we are in the process of finally being able to streamline this new whole thing of building,
this whole process that we were doing,
distributing and fulfilling orders for yourselves that are watching this video. But again, thank you for all of the support that we've had, all of the orders that have come through, the people that have been super, super patient with us, even the ones that, you know, we had that issue where emails were going to spam, and then we weren't able to see people's emails when they were asking questions. We finally got that ironed out. So, you know, the guys that have been really patient with us on that front of things as well, like, thank you guys so much. And we're just looking forward to getting these boards in your hands and
definitely
just getting a bunch of tags on Instagram so we can
share. Man, I mean, like I said, I've had multiple messages from people that have sent the board out. Love the board. It's amazing. I can't believe how much power it's got.
Yeah, the feedback's been really strong so far.
Yeah, it has, yeah. So everybody that's received the board so far has just had nothing but praise to say about the board. So that makes me really happy as well. So, you know, if they're happy, then I can imagine you'll be happy as well. So
For sure. But no, if that's everything, man, do you want to sign out?
Yeah. So thank you so much, everybody. It's good to be back. Good to jump on another podcast, the good old podcast episode again.
We'll go back to doing one a week.
Yeah, we'll try.
No, I'll make him do one a week.
Yeah, no, we'll get one a week done easily. But yeah, we'll get back to making a podcast episode once a week. And obviously, you know, once I've got the last bits and pieces I need figured out here, we'll start jumping on some of these cool concepts and cool board ideas that we've got going on. So yeah, a lot of good things in the works, a lot of good things coming. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe.
There you go.
And don't forget to click the bell notification so you get notified every time we post.
There you go.
I'm good at this, aren't I?
You have, man.
I'm a pro now.
Absolute pro. Do you know what you've done now? You've just made me completely forget what I was going to say. Like, it's gone. There's something I wanted to say before we ended the video, and it's completely gone.
Keep watching, keep subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
But yeah, no, thank you guys, and we'll catch you in the next one, I guess. But yeah, the video's coming. Like that's what I'm keen for. Like the M5 pre-production versus production one. I want that to come out, if not the same time as this podcast. Maybe like a few hours or a day at the most afterwards. But, But yeah, looking forward to doing that. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Let us know in the comment section who you would like us to have on a podcast episode, like if it be a rider, a manufacturer, a fellow creator. Let us know who you'd like us to have, because we want to get back to getting guests on here and having conversations about all things Eskate. Yeah, but yeah, that's it, guys. Subscribe, thumbs up, keep watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh, my ears are hot now.